Hello everyone! Today we are diving into some delicious burrito recipes. Let's get started with our unique spin straight from the tortilla. Here's how you can create your own mouth-watering burrito at home. First, let's prepare our bacon. Place the bacon slices in a skillet and cook until crispy, infusing savory flavors into the burrito. Once done, chop the bacon into small pieces. This ensures every bite is packed with flavor. Next, it's time for the green avocado sauce. Begin by removing the stems from fresh parsley and add the leaves to a blender. Include the flesh of one avocado, which can be easily scooped out with a spoon. Then, add a scoop of cream cheese for a rich, creamy texture. Now blend these ingredients until smooth and transfer the sauce into a squeeze bottle. If the sauce turns out too thick, you can thin it with a little oil or water. This sauce will add a creamy, herby layer to your burrito, balancing the savory notes. For the assembly, lay out a tortilla and evenly distribute slices of chorizo down the middle. Next, sprinkle a generous amount of shredded mozzarella over the chorizo. The cheese will melt and act as gooey binder for the other ingredients. Now let's cook the scrambled eggs. Preheat a skillet with some butter, beat 2 eggs with a pinch of salt, which helps break down the proteins, resulting in softer, more flavorful eggs. Cook the eggs in the skillet, stirring with a spatula, until they are just set but still moist. Then place these creamy eggs on top of the cheese in the burrito. This creamy texture complements the savory bacon and the spicy chorizo. For an extra crunch, fry some frozen French fries until golden. Then let them drain on paper towels. Adding fries to your burrito introduces a delightful textural contrast and a familiar potato flavor, enhancing the overall taste profile. Now layer the crispy bacon on top and drizzle with the green avocado sauce for a fresh, zesty kick. Roll up the tortilla tightly. To finish, sear the burrito in a hot grill pan until you have crispy, charred lines on the surface, adding an appealing texture and smoky flavor. Finally, use a sharp knife to slice the burrito in half, revealing the colorful and inviting layers inside. Perfect for a hearty breakfast that packs a punch. Moving on, let's dive into a burrito that combines some classic burger elements in a surprising new format. In a mixing bowl, combine 300 grams of ground beef with a half a teaspoon each of dried garlic and salt, along with a third of a teaspoon of black pepper. Add a tablespoon of tomato paste, mustard, and a cup of water. This mixture not only enhances the flavor, but also helps keep the meat moist and tender. Mash the meat with a potato masher to ensure all the ingredients are well integrated. Then, heat a skillet over medium heat and cook the seasoned meat mixture, stirring occasionally with a spatula. As the meat cooks, the water should evaporate, concentrating the flavors beautifully. Once the meat is cooked and nicely browned, it's time to assemble the burrito. Lay out a tortilla and spread the meat evenly across it. Add 3 slices of cheddar cheese for that perfect melty goodness, and top it with crispy French fries for a delightful crunch. Next, finely chop a tomato and a purple onion and scatter these fresh ingredients over the meat. This will add a touch of freshness and a slight crunch. Then, slice some pickles and lay them across the other ingredients to introduce a zesty tang. For the sauce, mix together 2 tablespoons each of mayonnaise and ketchup with a tablespoon of mustard. Stir until smooth to create a creamy, tangy burger sauce. Drizzle this sauce liberally over the ingredients. Next, tear a leaf of iceberg lettuce for a crisp, refreshing layer, then wrap everything up tightly in the tortilla. Even if the tortilla has torn a bit and you see some holes, it's not critical. To seal and enhance the burrito, sprinkle some grated hard cheese in a hot skillet. Let it melt slightly, then place the wrapped burrito over the cheese. Using a spatula, carefully rub the melted cheese around the burrito, adding more cheese as needed to coat it completely. This cheese crust will add an irresistible crispy texture and rich flavor. Finally, slice the burrito in half to reveal its juicy, cheesy interior. Enjoy! Next, let's explore a fusion that marries the hearty essence of Italian cuisine with the classic burrito. First, heat a skillet over medium heat. Arrange pepperoni slices in a single layer across the entire surface, similar to how you would for a pizza. This will be the base of our burrito, infusing it with a spicy, meaty flavor. Once the pepperoni is sizzling, sprinkle a mix of colorful cheddar cheese over it evenly. Cover it with a tortilla and gently press down. The cheese will melt and adhere to the tortilla quickly, so be ready to remove it from the heat as soon as it does. Now remove the skillet from the heat and invert everything onto a cutting board. It's time to add more layers. Place a few meatballs evenly across the tortilla. These will add a hearty, savory component. Spoon over some pizza sauce, spreading it out to cover the meatballs, which introduces a bright, tangy element to our burrito. Next, into a blender, add 200 grams of Parmesan cheese. Blend until the cheese is finely crumbled. Now sprinkle this Parmesan dust over the sauce for a sharp, nutty flavor, then tear a fresh mozzarella into chunks and distribute them across the burrito. This cheese will melt beautifully, adding a creamy texture. Enhance the burrito by scattering fresh basil leaves over the top for a burst of herby freshness that complements the rich flavors underneath. Now roll up the tortilla tightly, encapsulating all the ingredients inside. To finish, melt some butter in a pan and infuse it with minced garlic. Brush this garlic butter over the outside of the burrito to create a sticky surface, which will help the next ingredient adhere better. Roll the burrito in crumbled Parmesan cheese, ensuring it's evenly coated. This will add a delightful cheesy crust once cooked. Place the burrito in an air fryer or in the oven and cook at high temperature for about 5 minutes or until the cheese is golden and crispy. To serve, slice the burrito in half to reveal its crispy shell and gooey cheesy center. This Italian-inspired dish, wrapped in a burrito form, offers a delightful mix of flavors. Savor each bite. Lastly, let's prepare a dish that combines rich, robust flavors in a luxurious wrap. Begin by placing a heavy pot on the stove and heating some olive oil. Add a piece of beef rib and sear it until nicely browned. Then remove it to a rack. In the same pot, add chopped onions and fry until they turn golden. Now reintroduce the beef and then pour in half a liter of vegetable broth, along with a cup of dry red wine. Season this with salt, whole black peppercorns and a sprig of thyme. Cover with a lid and let it cook slowly for about 3 hours. The long cooking time allows the beef to become exceptionally tender, easily shredding away from the bones. After the beef is cooked and tender, shred it with 2 forks into fine strands. This method of cooling the beef ensures it soaks up more of the surrounding flavors. Next, mix in some barbecue sauce to coat the shredded beef, giving it a smoky, tangy layer of taste. Now let's move on to the assembling the burrito. Lay a tortilla flat on your work surface and spread the saucy shredded beef in a line down the middle. Generously sprinkle with shredded mozzarella cheese, which will melt and provide a creamy texture. Next, place pieces of avocado over the beef for a rich, buttery contrast. Here's a handy tip. Using a spoon makes it convenient to scoop out the avocado slices. Add diced tomatoes and sliced jalapeno peppers to introduce a fresh and spicy kick. Now carefully roll up the tortilla, ensuring all the ingredients are neatly contained. Next, prepare the bacon by dusting slices with flour and arranging them side by side on a parchment-lined baking tray to create a bacon bed. Now, place the burrito in the middle of this bacon setup and drop the bacon slices around the burrito. This bacon wrap will add a crisp, savory outer shell. We're almost done. Bake the bacon wrapped burrito in the oven for about 10 minutes, allowing the bacon to become crispy and golden. Once done, use a sharp knife to cut the burrito in half, revealing the rich, layered interior. Enjoy this gourmet burrito as a luxurious treat that's sure to impress. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on your socials.